Welcome to Nordic Growth Market and Börse Stuttgart's launch event for NGM Reach. Thanks for joining us here from Stockholm. Through NGM Reach, growth companies in the Nordic region will have the opportunity to be dual-listed in Germany. This provides a unique opportunity to reach European investors. This is the first day of trading at Börse Stuttgart for 4 of our first companies. We'll start off with a short introduction of Nordic Growth Market. Welcome.
Many of the best solutions for a smarter and more sustainable world will come from entrepreneurs with passion, innovative ideas, and determination. We are that spark of life where ideas and capital meet, creating opportunities, enabling growth and prosperity. We have created a financial ecosystem that allows anyone at any time or place to find opportunities for growth. As the first exchange in the world, we share income from transactions with the companies listed with us, stimulating their growth and building a genuine, committed partnership. A true local Nordic partner with over 30 years of exchange experience and with doors open to the European capital markets. Together, we enable growth and spark prosperity.
Welcome to this event to celebrate the first day of trading at Börse Stuttgart for Eurobattery, Metacon, Quickbit and Raytelligence. My name is Magdalena Hartman and I'm the CEO of Nordic Growth Market. Today we're combining our services with our German partner and owner Börse Stuttgart by establishing a cross-border link that brings Sweden and Germany closer together when it comes to investing. This creates a unique opportunity for Nordic companies to easily reach the biggest European capital market through its primary listing at Nordic Growth Market. We're here today to open the market and celebrate the first 4 companies. We have Eurobattery, Metacon, Quickbit and Raytelligence with us. And it's a great privilege to welcome the CEOs and board members. With me here on stage, I have Metacon CEO, Chris Törnblom.
Hi.
Welcome, Chris.
Thank you, Magdalena.
Metacon is an energy tech company that provides systems for the production of hydrogen, electricity and heat.
Yes.
Could you please tell me a little bit more about Metacon?
Yeah, as you said, we produce hydrogen through unique patented products and solutions based on cost and positive environmental impact. We are unique in the sense that no one else in the world that we know of have this reformation technology that can convert any form of hydrocarbon into hydrogen, which produces either as fuel, electricity or heating.
That's really interesting. And what type of opportunities does the parallel listing in Stuttgart bring for you?
Well, for us mainly, it gives greater accessibility for German investors to trade our stock. And of course, it gives us additional exposure to one of the most important markets for our products and services in the world. Germany is by far right now in Europe, the most prominent country for hydrogen.
That's great. Best of luck, Chris, and thanks you for being here with us.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Eurobattery CEO with us, Roberto Garcia Martinez.
Good morning, good morning, Stockholm. Guten Morgen, Stuttgart. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Roberto. Great to have you here with us.
Thank you.
So Eurobattery is a Swedish mining company that works with traceable minerals for the electric car industry. Roberto, can you please tell us a little bit more about your business?
Yes, of course. Eurobattery Minerals is a Swedish mining company. As a foundation of the battery value chains, the company vision is to help Europe to become self-sufficient in ethical and full traceable battery metals. The company is focused in exploration and developing several nickel and copper and projects in Europe to supply raw materials critical to expanding the electrical battery market.
That's great. And what does the dual listing bring for opportunities for Eurobattery?
Our business strategy is clear. Eurobattery Minerals shall be the foundation of the battery chain in Europe. Therefore, the listing in Börse Stuttgart is significant on two ways. First, we will be present in the very heart of the European and global center for the automotive industry. And secondly, the company will have access to the biggest investor community.
That's great. Thank you so much, Roberto.
You're welcome.
Next up is Raytelligence CEO, Claes Arvidsson. Welcome.
Thank you.
Raytelligence is a medtech company who offers a technology solution called eSense for a safer environment for elderly. Claes, can you please tell us a little bit more about your products?
Well, the product is, apart from other software solutions regarding supervision, it's non-intrusive. It's based on radar signals. So you can have it in a home without introduce too much on the elderly. So that's the main benefit, I think.
That's great. And what type of opportunities do you see in the German market and with the dual listing?
The dual listing gives us an opportunity, of course, to reach more stock pickers in the German markets, but also it gives us a window to people who are interested in our product.
That is great. Thank you, Claes.
Thank you.
And now it's time to move over to Amsterdam. This is a true European event. With us by link, we have Quickbit's chairman, Mattias Jonsson van Hugslot. Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning, Magdalena. What a proud moment for us to be here and share this fantastic event with you guys.
It's great having you with us. Quickbit is a fintech company with the goal to increase the use of cryptocurrency on an everyday basis. You offer both business solutions for e-merchants and user-friendly and secure solutions for retail. Can you please tell us more about Quickbit and the solutions that you offer?
Okay, we were founded in 2016, and as you know, we went public with you guys in 2019. We are based in Stockholm. We have about 50 employees right now that are distributed between Stockholm, Gibraltar, Tallinn, and Pakistan. And we are making user-friendly and secure technology that offers solutions for people to easily use cryptocurrency in their everyday lives, and offering a easy plug-in service for online businesses to sell their products.
And what do you have included in your plans for 2021?
We are launching very shortly a Quickbit card, a unique Visa card, and we are launching an app for easy access to our products and the global market of cryptocurrency.
That sounds really exciting. And what do you think? What type of opportunities will the dual listing bring for Quickbit?
Well, Sweden is a small country with 10 million people. Germany is a much larger country, and we hope to get access to a much bigger investor base and shareholders, and Germany being a hub into the German-speaking market. Not only that, but also continental Europe. So that's what we're aiming for.
Great. Thank you so much, Mattias. And now it's time to move over to Stuttgart and Dr. Felter, who's the CEO of Börse Stuttgart Group and also the chairman of Nordic Growth Market. Good morning, Stuttgart.
Good morning, a warm welcome and greetings to all of you, especially in Stockholm. Today is a very special day for the equity markets in Sweden and in Germany. We are starting our new trading segment, Nordic Growth Markets. Swedish company are listed here in Stuttgart. We are incredibly pleased to announce this step today, which combines the services of both companies, the NGM and the Börse Stuttgart, in equity trading. This is a new kind of offer and a new kind of trading, and together we establish a direct cross-border link that brings markets in Sweden and in Germany together. We want to build a strong bridge between the markets, and our goal is to ease the trading paths for all companies. And we are driven by a pan-European thought. We want to bring markets together and to turn down even one more border wall between our countries and our markets. There's no value in a trading platform if there are not managers, owners, and investors with entrepreneurial thinking, people who want to be first on stage and being leaders in their segments. I would therefore thank you all very much and give you warmest greetings to all of you who made this success happen.
Okay.
You walked with us over this border, and it's you as the heads of the companies in Sweden who decided being a part of the story from today onwards. Without you, the progress would not happen. As a reward, you will be an important part of the new trading environment between our countries and our two exchanges. It will give you and your companies a greater visibility on the capital markets of Europe, that's for sure. A few words about Börse Stuttgart. We are Germany's leading floor exchange. We see us as the first choice for retail investors, and investors can buy every kind of security they want to buy or they want to trade. Our goal is always to enhance the trading possibilities in our markets. With the new trading segment, we offer easy access to sections of the Swedish market, which looks to us very, very prosperous. Investors benefit from the direct link between NGM and Börse Stuttgart. I regret very much that we cannot celebrate together in Stockholm due to Corona, but the fact that we have live broadcasts from Berlin, from Amsterdam, from Stuttgart up to Stockholm is for me a great symbol for the perfect networking we have already established, and I'm very proud of that. Time flies, it's nearly 9 o'clock. We're looking forward to opening this market and this opportunity for German investors and for Swedish investors to both exchanges and to both markets. So let's start ringing the bells in Sweden as the official start of the new segment, Nordic Growth Markets. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, Michael. We all wish that you were here with us, but now we are live and we are so satisfied that we all can be via link. And now we'll together open the market. Are you ready?
All.
Great. Are you ready from Stuttgart?
Yes, sir.
Roberto, are you ready from Berlin?
Yes, I am.
Matthias, are you ready?
Never be more ready.
That's excellent. We have 10 more seconds to go and we feel the excitement. Let's start the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ja, härligt. Tack så mycket. Tack så mycket.
A warm welcome to all the companies. You are now officially traded at Börse Stuttgart.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
Thank you.
Alles
Thank you very
Gutes.
much.
Prost.
So next up on the agenda is interviews with the companies, and I will now hand over to Mats Hård, CEO and founder of news agency Finwire. Welcome, Mats.
Thank you very much, Magdalena. We will start off this Q&A session with several interesting companies. These are companies that are chosen to do a list on Börse Stuttgart. They address various megatrends in our society, such as fintech, sustainability, demographic change, and electrification. I think these trends will affect us all for a long time going forward. We will start off with batteries. Warm welcome, Roberto Garcia Martinez, the CEO of Eurobattery.
Welcome. Good morning. Good morning, Mats.
Good morning. You have been listed on the NGM, and now you have a dual listing on Börse Stuttgart. Why is the German market interesting for Eurobattery?
We are a foundation of the battery chain value. We are part of this great opportunity to be there. And to list in Stuttgart, our plan is to open an office in Berlin in the couple of weeks or the months, and to be in the very heart center of the automotive industry in Europe. This will be a great opportunity for all of us, and it really is where the electrification it is happening. Further, thus, the listing obviously enable us to have access to a great or a bigger quantity of investors and potential people that are interested in our company. Therefore, the listing enables us to the company strategy to be clear and with a clear vision for the European market.
Okay, very interesting. Can you tell us a little bit? I mean, you are focusing on minerals that we will use in electric cars, for instance. Can you tell us a little bit about the needs for battery minerals in Europe?
The need is huge, Mats. By 2040, 500 million electrical vehicles will be on the road, plus 40 more commercial vehicles. So the demand of electrical cars is ever increasing, and only this year, more than 200 electrical vehicles models will be released to the markets. And for that, the expectation of battery minerals, such as copper, nickel, lithium, will increase from 300,000 tons today to 4 million tons in 2027, which is just there. So it has been long known that the current supply for existing mines will not meet the future demand. So, and for that, we want to exploit the opportunity on the market.
Yeah, I understand. Roberto, I think one question is, of course, starting mines in Europe. What do the politicians think about battery minerals?
Yeah, certainly. Today, the European vehicle industry is heavily relying on a few democratically unstable countries to provide these minerals. For example, the 60% of all cobalt is today provided for mines in Congo. None that deployed a very poor labor laws and environmental laws. If the electrical revolution is founded on the vision to get a greener and a more sustainable planet, all parts of the value chains need to be provided for that. Europe definitely cannot replace the fossil fuel dependence with dependence on acute raw materials coming outside from this continent. Therefore, it's great to see that the European Commission has appointed on the fact that the European revolution needs to be successful in Europe, and the big industry, car industry, need to increase itself these critical and raw materials, and to need to mine more sustainable here in Europe. And we are part, just the last thing is just we are part of a strong mission force, the European Battery Alliance and the European Raw Material Alliance, launched by the European Commission a couple of months ago. And that is important since only 2% of the all manufacturers batteries today are produced in Europe. And Europe has every opportunity to get this production right from the start in terms of labor, environmental aspects, and all. And we believe that with our experience and assets, Eurobattery Minerals is very well positioned to be a valuable contributor to make this come true.
Yeah, and that's of course. Could you give us some flavor on all your assets? I mean, you have mining projects in Sweden, in Finland, and also in Spain. Could you give us some flavor on those projects?
Absolutely. We have mines in Sweden, we have mines in Finland, and we have mines in Spain. Let's start from Spain. In Spain, we have Corcel, which is an oil mine, which is in the west coast in Galicia. It's an oil mine that we have acquired in 2019. And for that, we have made a huge drilling campaign, and we have extended the resources that we have historically, and the results are very promising. And we believe that we will have a very good opportunity to provide a first-class nickel to the markets. Hautalampi project in Finland is our last acquired project. It has been acquired last year. It's also an old mine in close to the Russian border, around 360 kilometers east from Helsinki. And we have done a very extensive drilling campaign last year. We will continue this year, and we believe also that it will be very good portfolio to be added to our company. And obviously, as a Swedish company, Matt, we have 8 licenses, the explorations licenses in Sweden, and we are just focused in our Först licenses of a license, and we are cooperating with the Uppsala University and the Krakow University in Poland to see how we could be more efficient, environmentally efficient, to extract vanadium and rare earth elements that will comply with be more green and supporting to be Europe self-sufficient in these elements.
Okay, very interesting, Roberto. I think time flies, so I think I only have one final question actually.
Okay.
Why should a German investor invest in Eurobattery Minerals?
Well, we have a very clear vision. Our investor is someone that is a really believer in the European market and the European electrical revolution. We are a central part. That is a central part of our agenda. Our mission is to propose ethically and sustainable sources of battery minerals from Europe to the European markets. And our projects are very well advanced and with a very promising outlook according to the conducted exploration studies. So we are one of these very small companies mining in Europe, supporting the European market, doing that in a sustainable and traceable and ethical way, and with all that coming from this wonderful continent to supply the car manufacturing industry.
Thank you, Roberto. Very nice.
You're welcome.
Remarks.
It has been a pleasure to talk to you, Matt.
Yeah. Thank you, Roberto. We have to move on, and thank you very much. And we will move on, and we will keep this theme, I think, with sustainability. Welcome, Chris Turnblom, the CEO of Metacon.
Thanks.
You have been listed on the NGM here in Stockholm, and now you have a dual listing in Stuttgart, in Germany. Why is that?
Well, I mean, the interest from Germany has been enormous. We got a lot of inquiries from German investors to trade our shares, and when this opportunity came up, we certainly gladly accepted it, because it will open up, first of all, greater accessibility for German investors to trade our stock, but secondly as well, it gives us greater exposure to the German market as a whole.
Yeah. I think ESG is on everybody's lips, and how can your technology help us to achieve all the targets that our politicians in the European Union?
Well, obviously hydrogen is going to be one of the most, probably the most important mix of the energy sources for achieving those goals, and we believe we have a very unique technology by reforming biogas or other hydrocarbons into hydrogen for as fuel or electricity or heating. And our patent technologies operates on very low temperatures, which enable us to be very cost efficient and have a optimal and great impact on the environmental aspects.
Yeah. So this, you think this will be an important cornerstone in the electrician system going forward?
Well, according to Goldman Sachs, the hydrogen industry will be worth in the region of 10 trillion by 2050.
Okay.
And I think we have and can empower, that vision.
Yeah. When I read your news flow and you recently expanded into the market for electrolysis.
Yes.
Why is that? Can you tell us a little bit about this expansion and why it's relevant and strategic, right?
Well, first of all, I mean the allocations of funds from various governments, institutions is the majority is going to go to electrolyzers through wind and solar and so forth. And we also got a lot of inquiries recently how we can help wind and solar. And when this opportunity came up to make this strategic investment, we thought it would be a great strategic move for our company to expand our offering and consequently being able to offer both reforming of gas and electrolyzers.
Yeah. Okay. Do you see more strategic moves like that going forward?
Well, we're complete now.
From different acquisitions or.
Well, we're going to focus now. I mean, we have a great core technology by way of reforming gas. I mean, and we certainly want to build out now and strategically follow our business plan with the electrolyzer side. So.
Yeah, you have a good portfolio, right?
Yeah, I think we focusing is very important now.
And you raised cash this fall or
yes.
last fall, so you have plenty of cash. What are your plans for this going into this year, 2020?
So effectively, we're going to expand, the infrastructure significantly.
Yeah.
And by way, I mean, as a result of this acquisition as well, we basically get a sales team. In some of our key markets overnight. Okay. So we're going to use our cash, purely now to commercialize and industrialize our products.
Yeah.
So.
Sales.
Sales.
Yeah. I read yesterday that you are planning to leave the company.
Yes.
Could you please give us some flavor on that?
Well, I mean, I have a financial background.
Yeah.
Purely, and I think the company needs a person with a wider, more vast experience of, rolling out commercialization and industrialization of this company.
Yeah. Okay.
So
you will start look for the right succeed.
Replacement. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. We're in the process. We speak.
Yeah. Okay.
But I will certainly stay long as long as required.
Yeah.
But as soon as we find the proper candidate, I will gradually put him into the close and start executing our business plan.
Yes, of course. But you're still a major shareholder as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, I control a fair bit, yes.
Yeah. Finally, I think time goes fast. Why should I invest in Metacon?
Because we are the future. We empower the future. Yeah. I mean, again, I go back to the Goldman report that I read actually 2 days ago. Yeah. This industry will generate 10 trillions, they indicate or estimate. By 2050, and I think we have a great offering for the market, and we're strategic. Right now we're well positioned to execute.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Chris, for an interesting conversation. We will have to move on, and I will welcome Mattias Jonsson van Hoekslot, who is the chairman of the fintech company Quickbit.
Hi.
Hey, Mattias.
How Mats, how are you doing today?
Yeah, fine. It's very snowy here in Stockholm. How's Amsterdam?
Looking out the window, there's absolutely no snow. I don't think there's going to be any sign of that this year, but it's a nice temperature, not so bad.
Yeah. Okay. From today, I mean, you now have your share dual listed in Stockholm and in Stuttgart. Why is the German market interesting for Quickbit?
Well, first of all, if we just look at the specific marketplace, Börse Stuttgart is very crypto friendly. So that is a key point for us. And then if you then look at the current marketplace where we were until 9 minutes ago, it is very limited access to non-Swedish investors. I would say limited to none, basically, unless you go through a lot of hoops that the normal smaller kind of investor would not be willing or know how to do. So it's not only to reach the German market, but here in the local business community in the Netherlands where I live, very often I'm asked, how can I buy your shares? And until today, my boring answer has been you'd have to try to find a Swedish broker and you need to go through those hoops, and then conversation usually stops there. So now we can access a very large market in a marketplace that is, that is friendly towards cryptocurrency. And in the future, Germany will most likely be a very important market for us as well, geographically. And then it also offers us different kind of access to institutional investors now that we've taken this move. Last night, I had a long conversation with the head of capital markets with a German bank, and to see what they can offer us in terms of services, and the response we're getting is really a pleasant one. So I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, sounds great. To be honest, your business is in crypto, and I mean, if you follow Bitcoin, for instance, it has been very volatile, the volatile business, and is the crypto business here to stay, to be a part of our infrastructure in the financial industry, do you think?
Absolutely, 100%. If you just look back, I'll give you an example. Marco Polo came back from China 800 years ago, more or less, and he came back with paper money, and you can imagine people laughing at him and a lot of skepticism and saying that will never work. And of course, in the beginning, in the heyday of Bitcoin, for instance, it was affiliated with people saying, well, that's for dubious transactions, and that's for criminals, and it's for so-and-so. And now that we see the recent surge in Bitcoin price, for instance, we see that the acceptance is growing tremendously every single day. And indifferent to a lot of fiat currencies that are now used for dubious activities, cryptocurrency, I can assure you that in order to buy cryptocurrency from us, we apply much stricter rules than a bank would normally do when it comes to fiat currency. So we are slowly getting into the general adoption of cryptocurrency. So the answer to your question, if it's here to stay, you bet.
Okay, so you think it would develop during a lot of years, or do you think we will have like a revolution from the use of crypto?
Well, I think it's going to be here for as long as Marco Polo's paper money has been.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, you recently raised a lot of money. You raised 66.4 million Swedish crowns. And what are your plans for this capital injection?
Quite a few things. Actually, we have a fantastic team of people. We will continue to recruit people using that money. Our team is, amazing, and we will continue to recruit people of that level and invest in our product development. And then we're also going to feed a whole bunch of lawyers to be regulated and do licensing procedures for new markets as we roll out towards our goal of being a global market leader.
Okay. You have a lot of things to do, right? I think one, of course, reasonable question for a company like yours. What's the vision of a company like Quickbit?
Well, that's a very broad question. I prefer to talk about our action plan and talk about it in the shorter interim.
Yeah.
So we are launching our own app and our own card to be able to spend what you're investing in. We're doing that at the very end of February or first few days of March. So that's a big one for us. And then we are also doing something that we call merchant services, which will be an easy plugin for online businesses that want to use cryptocurrency as a payment method in their system. So that's the big focus at the moment, and continue to grow as a company and grow our revenues and grow our user base, obviously.
Okay. Thanks, Matthias. And as a German investor, why should I invest in a company like Quickbit?
I think you shouldn't only just be German to invest in our company. I think every nationality should invest in our company, to be honest. I think if you look at the investment case itself, apart from our ambitions and our products and what we're about to roll out, I think if you look at benchmarking towards other companies and see what's happening out there in the space, have an example, there's a US-based company called Bakkt. They have a valuation of $2.1 billion on the basis of having a prognosis that they will have 30 million users in 2025. And currently they have 400,000 that have signed up as being interested in download one product, which is a crypto exchange app. And we have in our database people that have actually used our product a lot more than that number. So I think as an investment case, whether you're Swedish, you're German, Norwegian, Swiss, French, or whatever you are, go for it.
Globally. Okay, thanks you, Matthias. Thanks for an interesting conversation. We have to move on, so have a nice weekend down in Amsterdam. Time flies, and we are at our final company. This company, which is Raytelligence, they focus on products for elderly. Warm welcome, Claes Andersson, CEO of Raytelligence. You have been listed at NGM, and now you have a dual listing in Stuttgart.
Yes.
Why do you think the German market is interesting for Raytelligence?
Well, it's interesting both for the stock markets, new shareholders, new investors, but also it's a good opportunity for us to be shown as show our product to the market, and also, I mean, tie nuts to other companies in Germany to exchange competence.
Yeah. It's strengthening you in Germany, as you.
Sorry.
It's strengthening your position.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
You focus a little bit on you focus on elderly, and of course, I mean, both in Sweden and in Germany, the population is aging, and it's the same in lots of countries.
Yeah.
Could you please tell us a little bit about the needs for new products in Europe and in the world?
Yeah. It's a global problem, so it's not only in Europe. It's everywhere. I spoke in Korea just recently. Yeah. They have the same problem. So, the elderly population is growing rapidly. In a couple of years, the number of people over 60 will be doubled, and even in the poorer countries as well. So, that the need for changes in how to work is needed. So digitalization is something that is very important, and we are in the sweet spot of that with our technology.
Yeah, could you? I mean, you have invested heavily in your product. Could you please tell us a little bit about the background of your product and?
Yeah. Okay. Well, apart from other, products that supervise people or monitoring people, we have a totally non-intrusive technology. We are basing our product eSense on radar technology, which only gives you signals, but it can also do much more things than, for example, a camera. It can you can, apart from seeing that the people is present, you can also have fall detection. You can also have prevent see changes in moving patterns, and also look into vital signs as breathing and heart rate and pulse and so on. So we can do much more with the radar technology as well. But the main thing is that it's non-intrusive, I think.
Yeah.
When you have it in the home or in a bedroom or something.
Well, obviously, that's a product which we probably need everywhere, all over the globe, I guess. What do you see? What kind of obstacles do you see for selling your products? Is it that I talk to a lot of medtech companies. Sometimes they explain that the healthcare system is conservative and it's difficult to reach out and that. Yeah. And what do you see as a provider of new technology for elderly? What's the obstacles?
Yeah, it's very conservative out there. There is a challenge to come in with a new technology because they are used to something, and but also it's quite a challenge to certify the product to be a medical device. It's very costly.
Yeah.
So we've done that. We have class 1 at the moment, and we're going for class 2, which is a big work and costs a lot of money. So that's one big challenge for us. It takes time.
Yeah, it takes time. Yeah, it's not like, and you have raised cash from Swedish investors, so you have a lot of cash.
Yeah.
At the moment. Yeah, and how will you invest them?
Mainly, we want to rapidly go wider on our marketing. So we want to reach markets globally, and we already done it. We have, apart from Sweden, we have Finland, the Netherlands, United States, and we're working with Business Sweden in Canada, for example. So that's where the money will go, and also, of course, to develop the products further, and also, have some new things when research and development is something we will consider ourselves as an innovative company.
Yeah, of course, you need to invest in your
New
R&D,
things.
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. And finally, why should I invest in Raytelligence?
Well, two main reasons, I think. If you're an investor and like cutting edge technology, that's great. Because we're doing something that no one else does. It's kind of a blue ocean. And also, if you want to invest in something more like an impact invest, good thing for the people, then I think Raytelligence would be for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Claes, for an interesting conversation.
Thank you.
We now end our Q&A session, and I will give the floor to the CEO for NGM, Magdalena Hartmann, for closing remarks.
Thank you so much, Mats, for really interesting interviews. I think you summarized it very well. These companies represent various megatrends such as fintech, sustainability, demographic change, and electrification. Trends that affect us all, one way or another. Now we're officially live with NGM Reach, and we would like to thank you all for being with us here this exciting morning. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more news.